It's a Saturday morning, and Julio is getting ready for work at the Skechers store in Manhattan Beach. He works there part-time, saving up for his new ride, a Toyota Prius. An engineering student, Julio thought the Prius was cool because it's got hybrid fuel technology.
Oh, nice.
Down the street, Corey and Mai are hanging out at the pier, waiting for Skechers to open, so their friend Julio can help them pick out some new kicks for a beach party this weekend. Corey's excited to show off his new Taylor guitar, a graduation gift from his dad, who delivers cars to the Toyota dealership where Julio is buying his new ride.
Like when you break and stuff.
In Yokkaichi, Japan, Atsune and her friends are catching the train to Osaka. They're going to meet Atsune's cousin, Yui, for a day of shopping in Osaka's biggest shopping district. Their first stop is Skechers for some cool new shoes. After lunch, it's on to the Yamaha store, where Yui is going to shop for a new Taylor guitar. It's a present to herself with her first paycheck as a secretary for a Toyota dealership. And in Tecate, Mexico, Enrique and his friends are warming up for an afternoon of music. His Taylor guitar is a present from his dad, Jesus, who works at the nearby Taylor plant that makes guitar cases. He's wearing Skechers kicks, just like his cousin Miguel, who works at the Toyota dealership back in Long Beach, where Julio is buying his new car. These kids in Long Beach, Yokkaichi, and Tecate are tied together by cars, guitars, and shoes in more ways than any of them can imagine. How has trade made all this happen? And what can we learn about how trade transactions make our lives more fun? Trade allows us to buy products at reasonable prices. You know Skechers. Great kicks. Prices you can afford. So how do they do that? The cool look starts in Southern California, where Skechers designers create shoes that appeal to a lot of different people. To make these shoes, Skechers taps a worldwide network of suppliers, looking for the best combination of price and quality for each style. The finished shoes arrive in Long Beach and Los Angeles on container ships from all over the world. The containers are unloaded and trucked to a distribution center that's bigger than several football fields. Hundreds of workers unload the containers, sort the shoes, stock giant racks, and then fill orders from department stores and Skechers retail outlets all over North America. With over 1,500 styles at last count, just about anyone from a fashion princess to a jazz musician can find a pair of Skechers that fits their lifestyle.
Cool.
Trade provides access to global markets. Oh, and the other thing about Skechers, with over 30 distributors in more than 100 countries, you can buy them just about anywhere on the planet that people have feet. So it doesn't matter if you're Mai in Manhattan Beach or Atsune in Osaka. When you want your Skechers, you won't have far to go. Trade inspires innovation. Taylor Guitars makes exceptional acoustic guitars played by famous and not so famous musicians from all over the world. Making a great guitar is a labor-intensive business, and some companies reduce their costs by moving operations to lower-wage countries. Taylor invented new ways to manufacture their instruments instead. In their San Diego plant, computer-driven machines and laser-cutting tools precisely create the individual components of each guitar. Then skilled craftsmen take over and hand-assemble each guitar with loving care. With this combination of high-tech and handcraft, Taylor makes hundreds of beautiful guitars every day to the delight of musicians all over the world. As it turns out, these new methods help Taylor build a reputation for making exceptional guitars that always play well and always sound great. Trade provides access to unique resources. Taylor guitars are unique for their combination of advanced manufacturing techniques, beautiful craftsmanship, and exceptional sound. The unique raw materials are imported to the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles from all over the world. African ebony, Honduran mahogany, American spruce, and Hawaiian koa are just a few of the fine woods that you might find in a Taylor guitar. Then the unique combination of those unique raw materials is exported all over the world, including Japan. And that's where Yui is right now, listening to her professional musician friend at the Yamaha store demonstrate why she will sound so unique on her new Taylor guitar. Trade accelerates the development of new technology. Thanks to his dad's job at the Port of Long Beach, Julio and his friend Eric got to see his new Toyota Prius come rolling off a huge car carrier that brought it to Long Beach from Japan. In fact, they even got to go right on board and see the car deep in the ship's hold. Once the car was unloaded, workers in the Toyota prep area washed it, added the manuals and dealer stickers, installed a few accessories, and then loaded it onto a truck for delivery. A few days later, Julio picked up his car and took his girl out for a ride. Behind the scenes, developing the hybrid fuel technology of the Prius was a risk that required millions of dollars and a solid strategy for financial reward. Without a global market, the risk might have been too high. But as it turned out, rising fuel costs have made the Prius a hot-selling item. Fortunately for Julio, he got his order in early. So who benefits from trade? Every trade transaction is unique and multifaceted, sometimes stretching around the globe, and other times just across the street. Trade creates millions of jobs, millions of products, and opens markets around the world for people just like you. To get Corey and Enrique their guitars, we need guitar makers in San Diego, case makers in Tecate, and forest workers and transportation workers everywhere. To get Mai in Manhattan Beach and Atsuni in Osaka their Skechers, we need designers in California, manufacturers and transportation workers all over the world, and retail clerks in the US and Japan. And to get Julio his cool new Prius, we need designers in California, factory workers in Japan, dock workers in Japan and Long Beach, and even a guy named Duran who sold Julio his car in the first place. So the next time you're relaxing at the beach, driving down the road, or even just walking along the street, remember that international trade plays an important role in everything you do, every day, even if you never leave your hometown.
La bamba también se puede tocar ahí.